there's a bad, ill omen coming. I don't know, but I'm going to warn you about it because look, there's something bigger and badder, a big giant dragon coming this way. Well, they're not really a dragon coming this way, but there are dragons, lots of dragons in Dragonstorm. And one of the coolest new abilities, and one of my favorite abilities from this set and mechanics is Omens. And welcome to Dragonstorm Mechanics. And today we talk about Omens. So Omens are kind of like adventure spells. So in the past, there's two different spells. So like one side you would have an instant or sorcery. On the other side, you have a creature. Normally when you would cast an adventure spell that has that, it would go on an adventure, stay in exile, you cast again. This is a little different. This is what I like about it. So an Omen spell, basically, you cast it for its Omen cost. So the Omen side, so it's going to be instant Omen or sorcery Omen. So like one of them I'm looking at is Dirger Island Dragon. So 1 in a blue, instant Omen, tap up to 1 target creature, draw a card. So you do that, and then when you cast it, after it resolves, it will be shuffled back into the owner's library. You're setting an Omen, seeing that there is a 6-mana creature on it. So at the beginning, you can do this to get you ahead, and then down the road, you'll be able to redraw it again, which is really cool. It's a great ability. It lets you be able to use this card. And again, if it's got good stuff, some of the Omens are really good. You can use it again and again and again if you keep drawing it until you can get to the point where you think it's really good to go ahead and cast the dragon side of it. That's what I like about it. There are a lot of different dragons that do this. This is always on one side is going to be an instant or sorcery. The other side is going to be a dragon. Because when you cast it, it goes back and being shuffled back into your graveyard. I think there's a ton of advantage and ability to that because at the time, a lot of times you may not have the mana for it, but then you can't cast it. So it's still a useful spell. You can still use it, and then you can then shuffle it back in, and then you hopefully draw it later. So in like a draft, in a limited event, you go ahead and cast it. They're going to see that you have that. Okay, I see that. And maybe there's a card that can remove stuff from your deck. Okay, maybe that does scary, but it's still really good. The one that counters spells is really good. There's one that counters spells 2 or less, which I think is a really good card because it shuffles in and gives you a good dragon. There's one that does like a whole board wipe. One of my favorite ones is the black one that does a whole board wipe. It's like X and 2 black, and creatures get -X, -X until end of turn. And then it's got a dragon that's like a 3 or 4 mana dragon. I think it's 4 or 5 mana dragon that's has ward on it and flying, and it's just, yeah, it's a gross little card to be able to do that on one side and on the other. But yeah, I think this mechanic is really good. I like it. It's a little different than the going on an adventure, so it allows you to recast the spell, put it in your graveyard. And you can even recast it again if you need to. The one side of it is a lot of people like adventures because stuff goes to exile, so there's a lot of things that say when you cast a spell from exile, do X, Y, Z. Or when something goes to exile, it does help it, but this doesn't go to exile, it gets shuffled back in. But it also gives you that ability to go ahead and get that creature later on, go get that spell again. And the cool part about it is I believe they're searchable for instants and sorceries as well. Well, no, it's not. It's not searchable as instant sorcery because it's the Omen is his own little thing. And now there's a searchable card for Omens, then you can go get that. But you could go search for a creature, and that creature could have the Omen on it, so keep that in mind. So if you know that you have Omens in there, you can remember that and be like, oh, I've got to go get that. I can go get a creature that has the Omen ability that then lets me counter the spell. You can do that because the creature is the main part of the entire thing. So in the comments below, what are your thoughts on this mechanic? I really like the mechanic. It's one of my favorite mechanics from the set, and I'm excited to be able to play with it and use it. And as always, thank you guys so much for being here. As always, we'll see you next time.